To all of our local, our regional and our international viewers, wherever you may be, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with ZELISA, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am ZELISA Budusing Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb. Get your pen, get your paper, have your phone ready so you can take notes, you can take down important numbers. That will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning in Master Control, Hisham Costello and Josiah Gomes. On behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a terrific day today. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, the 21st of March, 2024. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours, that someone special. Today is also a very special day in the world because it's known as, Happy World Down Syndrome Day. So, we recognize this day as a very important day, a day that's meaningful, a day that we recognize the importance of those with Down syndrome. All right, so coming from all of us here at ZMB Communications Limited, happy World Down Syndrome Day from all of us, all right? And of course, it's also the day that some of us send our children off to exams, perhaps one of the most important exams in their life that will determine their future, the road that they take in terms of their education. And that already started this morning in terms of the SEA exams. My advice, humble advice to those who are waiting on your children, let it be. You cannot change the results at this time. Try to not, make them, when they come home, just give them all the love. I'm sure they would have tried their best, applied themselves. And don't pressure the children. Let them just enjoy themselves a little bit. I'm sure they would have had a last year or two feeling that anxiety. So today is a day of, it's a big day for them, but also it's a very big day of feeling at the end of it, oh, thank God it's over and done with, right? So it's going to be the beginning of a new chapter for many of our children. So let's just wish all of them luck and embrace them and give them all the positive energy that they need, yeah? Today, before I introduce a very special guest, I have some information that I would like to share with you all. As you know, we normally host the Community Justice Clinic, a community-oriented policing project. And you can get free confidential legal advice, speak to an attorney on private and civil matters. And we all are aware of it. And I think next week, I'll probably give you a little more information with regards to that. But you are invited Saturday, 3rd March. That's next week, Saturday, at the St. Joseph Police Youth Club, corner of Abercrombie Street, Market Street, St. Joseph. And for more information, we always tell you about this. So it's happening next Saturday at the St. Joseph Police Youth Club, corner, Abercrombie and Market Street in St. Joseph. And for more information on free legal advice, 480-1421, 480-1421. I also want to let you know about something that's extremely important that's happening. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Town Meeting, North Central Division, Tunapuna Police Station, this Thursday. That is today. It's happening at the Tunapuna Hindu School, Paja Extension in Tunapuna. Come out and find out what's happening in your community, especially when it comes to crime. All right, so that's happening. And it's a town hall meeting Thursday, that's today at 6 p.m. at the Tunapuna Hindu School. This is at the corner of Paja and Churchill Roosevelt Highway. This town hall meeting allows you to talk with leaders of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Join them. It's hosted by the TTPS. Speakers include Assistant Commissioner of Police, Senior Superintendent of North Central Division, Inspector of Tunapuna Police Station, and much more. So come out in your numbers. This is something that's going to be helpful. When you come out in these meetings, it means that you are telling yourself, we are going to fight this fight when it comes to crime. We're going to do it as a country. Let me say good morning and a very warm welcome to someone I have a high regard for, high respect for. He's a life coach and he is also the owner lead lecturer at Lifestyle Transformation Center. I'm speaking of no other than Mr. Robin Kisoon. He's also a dear friend of mine. Welcome.
Yes, good morning viewers. You know what you forgot? Your quote of the day. So,
thank you. Let's go to that. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you so much, Josiah. Yeah. Who do I blame for this? Me? Getting so caught up sending the messages. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at would also change. I like this. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will also change. It's about how you look at things, how you apply yourself. And if you have a narrow mind and you don't look outside of the box, that's just where you'll stay. But if you think in an innovative way, in a grand way, and you think outside of the box, life will change for you.
yes.
The entire perspective.
Right.
So that came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And remember to check them out. They are located opposite Medford Gas Station in Chagonas. Check them out today for all of their deals. It's a one-stop shop, safe and secure parking and nice food and entertainment, not forgetting the area for your children. Yeah, so it's a one-stop shop, make it a family affair and get great deals. There you go. Robin, good morning. Mr. Robin Kisoon, life coach,
Yes,
good morning and welcome.
good morning.
Always nice
Always
having.
happy
You know, when
to
I
be
see
here.
Robin, I light up, eh? There's a different energy.
Yeah, happy to be here, ZELISA. You know, my love for people drives me.
I know, and I know you've been very consumed with your classes and your lectures and so many other things that you do, transforming lives.
That's right.
Yeah, you have the art of doing that.
Always happy to make a difference, right? So I'm happy to be here and to share. You know, the quote you put up there, if you remember when you did class,
Yeah.
on the very first day, that would be one of the quotes I would use. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Yeah.
And that is from Dr. Wayne Dyer,
Yeah.
one of those guys who are very famous. He do all this life-changing
Right.
programs, you know.
Yeah.
And he was one of my, as we say, everybody have role models that you look after and follow. And I would always quote him, follow
Yeah.
him, show his videos.
Nice.
He was always an integral part of my program.
Yeah.
So happy to see that up there this morning.
Yeah.
Because today we're looking at mental
Yeah,
well-being,
today
you know?
we're actually talking about mental well-being and keeping it together. How do we really keep it together in this
That's the problem.
in this world, in our lives, that we're constantly bombarded with the ills of society, of so
Yes.
many things, including the news and then our personal situations and things like that. How how do we really keep it together?
Just look at this country alone right now,
Oh gosh.
right? Every single day you are bombarded with crime.
Yeah.
And it's not only bad people getting killed, it's good people too in the
Correct.
process, right? So somehow things are happening that is probably shaking us out of our own comfort zone. And then you look at whether it's the property tax that is suggested or the rising cost of food and medical things and everything that is happening, everything is just spiraling upwards. Most people can't even pay their bills because if your salary is fixed and everything else is rising, if you made commitments, let's say to a bank for a car, house, or even medical things, and then suddenly you are hit with rising costs all around you, something have to give, yeah? And most of the time what people do is that they worry, right? They start worrying about things and they start giving a lot of thought and energy about everything that's happening. And that's repetitive thought is what pushes people either into anxiety or depression, right? And why I say anxiety and depression? Because if it is that you go helpless and you start worrying about it and you're thinking about all the past commitments that you have had, all the things that you need to fulfill, that is becoming impossible. That's why it's easy to become depressive, right?
Yeah, and it's also, it will put some people in a place where you know, even if they have, their dreams will die.
Yes.
Because they think, is this affordable? Can I afford it now? Can I make, would I be able to, where can I cut? And
Yeah.
already a car cut, because the
Right.
things that you have are more important. Between your needs and your wants right now is just about what you need that is
Yeah.
important, and
Yeah.
not necessarily
Yeah.
what you want. And so when you think of how many people will say, you're stepping out of your comfort zone now, which is not really a comfort zone for many people,
Yeah.
because you're always on edge trying to
Right.
find money somewhere to pay a
Yeah.
bill or to do something extra. Simple thing as to send your children to lessons or extracurricular activities. It adds up,
Right.
right? And, so
and-
people may have dreams.
Yes.
People may have thought of, you know what, boy, you're getting married and we're going to buy a home. And you have to cut that back and say we have to rent now.
That's right.
Or we have to not have that. Or what, you're saving up for years to go on a family vacation, you just can't afford it.
Oh.
And these things are very frustrating. You
Yeah.
ask yourself, what am I really working for?
Right, and that's why I'm saying about the mental well-being, because if you cannot control those thoughts that are bombarding you, how would you stay mentally stable? Because the easiest thing to do is to get a nervous breakdown or a mental breakdown. Yeah?
Telling me.
Right? Yeah. And you know, I've been seeing a lot of people. I tell you something, ZELISA, and you mentioned about SCA children this morning.
Yeah.
This morning when I saw two girls before I came up here, because just before they went into exam, you know, and they were crying. You know,
see
they
what I
cried,
mean?
and that hurt
Yeah.
me to see the children crying.
Yeah.
They went to the should be a
Why
happy
they
day
should
for
have
them.
worry? Exactly.
You know? And we don't want to do that. Also, I have seen a lot of kids recently, and when we're talking about SCA children already cutting, think about that.
Yeah.
Why would they resort to that?
That's scary.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's the point. Their mind is already affected, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? So imagine what we are doing to our children when we're pushing them. And every time that any child come to me like that, and I say, okay, parent, you leave, you give me a time with this child, and I start talking with the child. It's about the parents, you know. The parents, they become so unreasonable, right? Because they push this child, you have to pass for the school, you must get so much grade. It's
I agree. I couldn't
madness.
agree with you more. I agree with you, because I know that's what you deal with as well as a life coach. And I have total, I do not want people to misinterpret what I'm about to say, but as a parent now, stepping out, not as a host or executive producer of the show, or a company, owner of a company, a media company, I'm stepping out now as a mother, and I'm saying this openly. I really find sometimes the kids are pushed a little too much. Now, I think, and I will say this, your education is something we're not mixing matters with.
Right.
It's important. And if you recognize, more importantly, your child has the ability to take their education and to take their lives further, you try to mold them and help fix them. But don't take away their childhood days.
No.
That when they're young, they hate school, or they don't want to go to school, or they're afraid, or it's just too much for them when they're young.
Yeah.
I think children must be children, and there must be balance in life.
Of course.
And in saying that, they should not be competing at a very,
No.
you need to tell them and have a conversation. Hey, school is important, schoolwork is important, there's a place and time for everything, so we have balance. But you see, when it comes to especially parents, when you look at the background and see some of the parents,
Right.
what they do and how they push them,
Some
how they
parents
put.
standard to
No.
sending them for lessons,
No,
boy.
no.
You trying to pick this child, and I've worked with clients who shut down, right? When they get older in their career, they actually shut down, you know.
Yeah, because it's too much. They're
Too much.
bombarded
They don't want
all
to
the
hear
time with
anything
this work. They're
Yeah.
frustrated, and they're not being a child, and they're not getting to express themselves. And that you have to have balance
So
with
I
kids.
have people whose children have their degree, masters,
Yeah.
and stays in a bedroom, locked, don't come out.
And
All
then
they do,
sometimes
eat.
it reaches a point where some people kill themselves. Why they kill
Yeah.
themselves? They're just frustrated with life.
Yeah, they only
Enough is
eating,
enough. They
right?
think-
Staying in the room, not interested to go work. The exact thing the parent want, the parent go and say, my child is like a bomb, just sitting, waiting. And I said, but who created this?
Yeah. I
right?
understand.
In our desire to be somebody, what we are not, we try to make our children that, and we try to live through the experiences of our children, and that's not right.
We are going to go to our first break. This is Conversations with ZELISA. I'm in conversation with Robin Kisoon, life coach, and today he's talking to us about mental well-being, keeping it together. And when we return after these important messages, if you may have any questions or concerns, or you're in a situation where you're a parent or a guardian or a grandparent or just an individual who's very concerned about mental health and well-being and things like that, or you're in a situation where you see somebody at work or somebody that you know, your neighbor, your sibling, whoever, a parent, then it's your opportunity to reach out and get help today. When we return, stay with us.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind outfits for the entire family for Eid. We've got a wide range of gift items also available for the month of Ramadan. Join us for iftar every day. We've got multiple booths catering for your religious needs. Also catering the best grooms and bridal outfits with matching accessories and all that you need. Check out our multi-cuisine food court and Nano school fee. We've got a wide range of modern furniture available, pure teak furniture, and so much more. The Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas, from the 9th of March. Be sure to check us out.
Super quality supermarket, best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety. Porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015 223 Tile.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
World-famous Indian astrologer and psychic gold medalist Master Sai Krishna has more than 48 years of experience. He attends to the past, present and future. Do you have any problems related to family, work, health, divorce, love, jealousy and depression? He is an expert in removing black magic, evil spirits, witchcraft, obia, negative energy and bad luck. Gain results in 3 days. Lifetime protection for all your problems. Call Master Sai Krishna for life-changing results at 346-8991. Private and confidential. Welcome back to Conversations with ZELISA. I'm in conversation with life coach Robin Kisoon, and today, he's talking to us about mental well-being. How do we keep it together? How do we deal? How do we let go of yesterday?
Right.
And today have a different attitude and a different approach, being able to control, even though it happened, control how we think
Right.
about it, how we deal with it, how we move on, how we close the door,
So the mind is very powerful, right?
Right,
And the mind is the thing that can make us or break us, right?
correct.
As we say, it could keep you trapped in bondage, or it could liberate you. Many times people don't understand what that means. The bondage is where the repetitive thoughts that you have, that you're holding on to. So let's say you have a relationship, you have relationship issues. What do you think about?
Right.
Everything that's not working, all the problems that we have. So you keep magnifying that problem, repeatedly thinking, and you can't sleep, because once that thought is happening over and over, repeated thought, it affects your sleep too, right? Once it starts affecting your sleep, that's how well-being starts to get affected, because your mind now is taking charge of you in a different way, right? So it's no longer a peaceful mind. It is no longer a mind that is supportive or caring, right? And just think about this. When you had, let's say, some issues, when you would have joined Lifestyle at one time, right?
A couple of years ago, well,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
When you had all of these thoughts and you didn't know where to go, what to do, how I'll probably move forward in life, right?
Well, I had a million things that was going bad,
Right.
that I felt at that time, at that moment, that it was bad, but actually it was a blessing in disguise.
Right. So when you come out of that place, you could look back and see the blessings, right?
Yes.
You could see how it has transformed
Oh,
you
certainly.
and made you into this today,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
But when things are happening in the moment, because our thoughts are normally negative thoughts that keep repeating itself. And
Yeah.
that's why I said about mental well-being. To be able to do that, you have to do mental clearing, right? You have to be able to observe what thoughts am I holding on to, what patterns I have running in my mind, or what programs I have running in my mind.
Right.
And programs are things that simply based on our belief systems. So if you believe something, you will keep playing that belief in your mind all the time. And many times people are trapped in limited beliefs because they believe they're poor, or they believe that
They can't do
I can't do
something.
better.
Yeah.
They believe that I have to stick out this relationship. I am coming on here all the time, ZELISA, and I'm starting to tell people, don't let relationship or marriage trap you.
I am of the firm belief that there are people who are aware that they live a loveless life,
Yeah.
they're disenchanted, they're upset, but they choose to stay there.
Exactly.
And I don't pity them.
Right.
But what I do now is say, that's your decision, that's your choice.
You have to live by your
That's not
choice,
my
eh?
business anymore.
Yeah.
You choose that.
Yeah.
And they choose their destiny.
Yeah.
And that's fine. If they're happy making that decision, I may see them and they always complaining, quarreling, crying, is back and whatever. I may see that, but in your mind, if you feel you want, oh, well,
Okay,
where I
well,
will
that,
go, what I will do, no. Because if things are bad enough, you'll damn well make a decision to
Yeah,
change
get up
it.
and move, right?
Exactly.
Because look, if
Stop
you're
making
if
excuses.
you're in situations like that, right, and you get sick, right, and most of the time people like that end up with mental breakdown,
Yeah.
right? They start, some of them will actually go into depression. All that's mental health, whether
Yeah.
it's depression, anxiety, whether it's you. Sometimes, look, I've had people come, ZELISA, and tell me they're hearing voices
Yeah.
because they get so sick.
Yeah.
Right? They start, like, they can't control what thoughts they have no more.
Right.
So they're bombarded with thoughts, and it's like they're hearing so many voices in their head.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You
Yeah.
think you could sleep? That's what people go through. So when people come to me with things like that, and I have to work with them, the first thing I start to do is quiet that mind. And how do you quiet a mind? You have to get people out of their beliefs or the pattern that they are holding on to, right? Because most of us, as I said, is trapped in those things. If you come out of a situation and and you feel it's the end of the world for you, you can't live because you lose your partner, like you lose your husband, that's a different thing. That's God's work. We can't control that.
I can't control it. No. This year will be 3 years since my husband died,
Yes.
And some people are like in awe of where where I am at this stage of my life. But I can't change what happened to me. Of course, I have my days that I'm very broken. Of course, there are days that I'm sad. But life goes on for me and my child more importantly.
Exactly. And you have to move on, right? Because your successes will be dependent on the choices that you make now.
Correct.
So your mental well-being is based on the choices that you make, right? So if you keep to repeat the pattern, and it's like YouTube, sometimes you play a video on YouTube, and there's this button that says like to replay, right? If you hit that button, that would replay over and over, right? Over and over. This is what happens with our thoughts. If something happened to you, let's just say you had a bad morning with the child, right?
Right.
And you got really upset with her to the point where
which happens,
where you tell her, look, you leave, I don't want to speak to you now, just go sit there or something. Really upset.
But Robin, I do that.
Right,
I'm not afraid to say that. Sometimes she would get me very angry. So rather than I say something I don't want to say or get off the handle, and I say, excuse me, here, go and sit there, relax yourself, get your thoughts together, decide if what you did or what you said was right, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And when I'm in a better frame, because believe you me, I could blow.
Yeah, and you see, that will do more damage to her. Eh? You understand what I'm saying? Rather than telling her, go sit there, we'll talk. You get composed, you get in a better place, then you address that. You might very well not even talk about it, When you get composed, you might just go hug her. And that's, the love is enough to do what it has to do, right? Because she feels your love. She understands mommy is having a bad day, or maybe she said something that she shouldn't, or did something they shouldn't. Right? So sometimes the learning is greater like that, without trying to go back and correct it, right? Your actions would tell her, hey, mommy is upset, right? She's not happy with your choices, so go sit there, right? And after, when you're in a good frame, you hug her. That says everything, Mommy is forgiven, mommy is loving, mommy is there, right? It makes her think, A lot of time we try to talk, and we believe talking is the only form of communication, and that's where we go wrong, right? There are different ways to communicate. You could look at somebody and you communicate.
Correct.
Right? But how you look at somebody too. I remember growing up, my mom, we learned very early, when you see she look at you and people were there.
Boy,
scatter.
that eye.
Yeah.
I do it to my daughter too, I give her that eye and she knows.
Right.
You show what that.
Right, and that's a form of communication too,
but
right?
I'll tell you something, it's damaging as well. I'm going to be very open here, as you know, I always am.
Yes.
She gives the looks as well to schools.
Right.
So it may not be a good thing that I do, because sometimes I give her the look. So I'm hearing, little things in discussion. Sometimes she might give somebody say something and she give them a little eye or and I realize then, but that's what I do to her, and it's wrong.
Mirroring. She's mirroring.
And it's wrong because now, so there are things that we do that we think it's okay, but it's really not okay, because then our children are going to pattern what we do.
So you see, the thing about it is you have to come from a place of love, right?
Boy,
I tell you this, people think it's the hardest thing. You know, when I went by those kids this morning, and I saw them crying, right? And I just hugged them up, playing with their face, playing here, make them, they start smiling, they want to look at me, and they start looking at me, it's twins, and then they look at me, and they smile, and I just said to them, I love you, right?
Aww.
And they says, yes.
Yeah.
I says, okay, so we're going to do this, right? You just go, have some fun, right?
Yeah.
And look forward to the fun you'll have after this exam. Okay?
That's funny, You said I love you. I say I love you to my daughter all the time, but very often, and I sometimes question, is that okay? Out of the blue, Malika will say to me, Mommy, and I say, what? Mommy, I just want to say I really love you.
Yes.
And sometimes I think, is that normal for a child to be saying that repeatedly to a parent?
Right. When you teach them that, they reflect that back. Okay? You want that. Right? That is not bad, Most people cannot say I love you.
Yeah.
My parents never said they love us.
well,
Their
same with me
actions.
until I became an adult. Maybe then
Right.
I felt
When I started, we started doing things, telling them we love them. Then they start. I remember the first day my dad dropped me in the airport. He was there. My mom was there, and the boys. And I go and hug up my mother. Listen, man, they were like rigid, man. The hand will drop like this kind of, They don't do this.
No, boy, I remember seeing my father cried as a big man when his father, my grandfather died.
Yeah.
I clearly remember, not long after my father break down crying, and probably was the first time I saw my father cry.
Yeah.
And you seeing your father cry as an emotional thing for a child.
Yeah.
I felt sad. Well, maybe I probably cried seeing him cry.
Yeah.
But he said, Pa never said he loved me.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I hope you're not upset at saying this, but he still carries that burden every time.
Yeah.
Pa never said, my father never said, and so perhaps it's a lesson to us as parents and to parents out there. You're never too old to say to your children, look, I love you and I'm proud of you, because sometimes that's all they need.
Exactly. We keep going back to this.
And it happens to siblings too, especially. But we need to take a quick break. And we'll come back to our conversation with Robin Kissoon, life coach. And of course, if you have any messages, any concerns, you can communicate, be part of the conversation as well. Let's go to these important messages.
Looking for the best in educational supplies? Then come on down to Charon's Bookstore, the trusted name in everything back to school, from uniforms, textbooks, school accessories, stationery, and much more. Our dedicated team is committed in providing the highest quality in customer service. Visit us at number 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, Twin City Mall, Twin City, number 24 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, and number 10 Diego Martin, 4 Roads, Diego Martin. Call us at 235-5811.
Super quality supermarket, best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trinity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Lifetime Solutions, manufacturer of metal roofing, panels, framing, guttering, and related products. Located lot number 26, Omera Industrial Estate in Arima. Give us a call, 646-5813 for further information. Lifetime Solutions. Give us a call today.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Welcome back to Conversations with ZELISA. I'm ZELISA in conversation with Robin Kisoon, life coach. Welcome back, Robin. You know, we have such a nice conversation, and really it's about life.
Yes.
It's about how we live life, the challenges we face, but more importantly, how to take control. And a lot of us do not know how to take control.
No. And like everything else, we go to school to learn ABCs, right? Or subject matter, or as we say, for a career. But we don't go to school to learn about life, right?
You don't go to school
life
to learn to be a parent either.
Right, is the point.
You don't go to school to learn to be a wife or a husband either. It just happens automatically in what we see.
The wife manual. So the husband look at it, okay, wife behaving this way, do this, you know. Or the children's manual, they didn't come with a manual, right? And that's life. That's what I'm talking about, right?
That's life and expectations and
right.
things like
but
that.
you see, what people have to start waking up to is that now, people like me, and they have a lot more throughout the world now that is doing exactly what I am doing, and some even more, right? Where they are helping people to live their life more harmoniously, live in love, to be more in control of their life, right? To be in control of their thoughts and what they are producing. And I mean, when I say producing in terms of manifesting in their lives, right? Or how they are creating the reality that they are living in, right?
Yeah.
And that's important, right? Because we are talking about we're using the example about our appearance, right? And if you don't feel loved, right? If you don't feel appreciated, if you don't feel valued, okay, how can you be mentally stable? Because the mind is going to play a trick on you, you know, right? When the mind games start, imagine you in a relationship and you feel as though you are not even present. They don't see you, right? You feel like you're the footmat in that home that everybody trample on, everybody walk across. You think that is not affecting your mental health, right? Mental health is the biggest challenge worldwide right now. Worldwide, right? Because it is telling us something. People are caught up. A lot of people live in paycheck to paycheck.
Oh yeah,
They did a research, and I forget the percentage in the US, is well over 78% or something. So they said that, don't quote me because I'm not sure about the exact number, but I'm just saying how high it was. How many Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and living on credit card? So when the paycheck anything thing, they go to the credit card, and when the credit card keep going up, they can't meet that commitment, right? That's so difficult. So people now are mentally affected by everything, right? So how do we turn that around? This is why when we talk about tools or techniques that people can do, now some people will engage in yoga. You find a lot of people now trying to do yoga, right? Yoga might be stretches or exercises, right? Now, of course, yoga have a higher meaning that some people don't understand, because yoga means union with God. So when you go into yoga, it should help you to become more connected, right? And if you can become more connected, you should become more calm, more peaceful, right? You should live life differently. The same thing with people using forms of meditation, different forms of meditation, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people think you have to sit and meditate, but they're wrong. There are different things. I teach a walk-in meditation, where you're walking and you can actually meditate, right?
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it is. You can also do a writing meditation while you're writing, yeah? Right. So there are different types.
Oh.
Yeah. You see, like you who walking, right? And when you understand what a writing meditation is, what it is you will do, you will stop, you'll take breaks. So you never lose yourself throughout the day. How do you stay connected? How do you stay calm? See, I can't remember the last time I get angry, you know.
Really?
No, I don't. You could tell me what
What
you
do you mean you
want.
don't get angry?
I just learn. I smile. I'll walk away. I'll just say, yeah.
And you don't get, even if you walk away, you're just not angry about...
No.
What do you mean? You just don't get angry about nothing?
No, because I learned not to be. It's a learned behavior. Just as you learn to be hungry, you could learn to be not
But
angry.
you can't learn to be angry, you just get angry with situations. It's part of life, isn't
You
it?
learn that. It's a learned behavior.
Is it?
It is, yes. Just as you see, your daughter is mirroring you with the eye, right? When you get upset for certain things, she learned to get upset for that too, eh? You see my grandchild? You see, that's my
She's a
miracle,
darling.
angel, right?
I see that picture all
Yeah.
the time. She's a
Yeah.
sweetheart.
But she's going to be the miracle because when I sit with her,
Yeah.
you should see how I be with her, you know. I
Yeah.
teach her, she's 15 months, right? And I already telling her who she is, right? You are divine, you are God, you know, and you came here, you wouldn't believe, and I just go out, and she would sit there, oh, give her a hand. And people think she's just smiling, but something in her is
Oh,
resonating
she's communicating.
with, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Something is resonating with what I'm telling her.
Yeah.
And I tell her, you are this universe, and how you will create whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I have these conversations because I know somehow her subconscious mind is absorbing all of this, right? So the learned behavior I want her to be is to be jolly, to be happy, right? Yes, to be productive. But for me, and of course my view might be different to the mom and dad, and hopefully they will see that you don't push the child to the point where you want them to excel, to the point where it takes precedence over everything. I want them
I
to
am
have
of
fun.
the opinion of that.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that there should be balance.
Balance.
Children should, just as we have an organized, we have a time and a place for everything, there is a time and place for everything.
Right, but
Education is
you
important.
should have a balanced
but
life
you-
too.
I know, you always telling me, look, on air you're telling me this.
How many times I say to you, ZELISA, go out here, sit in a coffee shop. It don't matter, you know.
Oh gosh, I told you
When-
I sat and I had a coffee and enjoyed it.
You have to
But I
make
didn't go again.
right. This is the point. This is the point. You have to. I do these things when
Because
I
I
have.
don't have the time. I don't think a lot of people understand what my day is like.
No, you see, that's it, and you will become counterproductive. Right? If you do things like I tell you to do, you will see how your thoughts will flow naturally. You will connect. When you start operating from more of your higher self, you have less physical work to do. Right?
Yeah,
you have
but I
less
believe-
mental work to do.
I believe I just can't sit idly by and do nothing. I
Right.
stand to be corrected.
Right.
I'm just saying, I feel that there's so much that I need to do.
Right.
I'm responsible for. I need to be on top of things that I just do not have the time to waste
Right.
or to be laid back.
Right.
Um,
And I said
And
to
the
you,
time that I take to be laid back, or my time, is when my daughter is resting or
Right.
she's sleeping, and I could read a little book or I could do something then for myself.
you see how you just proved me right? Earlier when I talk about mental problems, I talk about beliefs. That's your belief. And if that's your belief must become your reality.
Okay.
Right? If you change that belief, you will see how things flow effortlessly. So Lisa, I do so much counseling. Nobody comes by me to counsel based on time, yeah? Right? Because when you come by me, if it takes, we sit down and we talking, and I go for a while, I never stop it, you know.
Yeah.
Because what is necessary in that moment has to be done, let it be done.
Oh, so you
Right?
don't work by appointments?
Like time like that. I don't work with time. I don't fix something like 1/7, 1/8, 1/9. You know, like that? No.
Oh,
No. You know?
that's nice. So
Yeah.
it's limitless in the sense that if you feel you go for counseling, whatever it is,
Yeah.
you know, you feel relaxed and you just have
Yeah.
that. Nice.
And I had a guy come and told us, I had him like about 7 p.m. night before. We didn't finish until nearly midnight,
Yeah.
right? But when this guy left, he wasn't the same guy
Oh
again.
gosh, I can't come by you.
No, but we can meet in a coffee shop, right? We
Why we can't have coffee right here?
Yes, we can.
Let's go to these important messages. It's really about, like Robin is saying, I'm laughing, but the truth is, it's really about having some sort of balance, finding the art of finding time for you to develop, to be happy, to do what makes you happy. I think isn't that important?
Yes.
We'll continue our conversation when we return, of course, with Robin Kissoon Life Coach. Stay with us.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind outfits for the entire family for Eid. We've got a wide range of gift items also available for the month of Ramadan. Join us for iftar every day. We've got multiple booths catering for your religious needs. Also catering the best grooms and bridal outfits with matching accessories and all that you need. Check out our multi-cuisine food court and Nanu school fee. We've got a wide range of modern furniture available, pure teak furniture and so much more. The Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas from the 9th of March. Be sure to check us out.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Looking for the best in educational supplies? Then come on down to Charon's Bookstore, the trusted name in everything back to school, from uniforms, textbooks, school accessories, stationery, and much more. Our dedicated team is committed in providing the highest quality in customer service. Visit us at number 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, Trincity Mall, Trincity, number 24 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, and number 10 Diego Martin, 4 Roads, Diego Martin. Call us at 235-5811.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE. World-famous Indian astrologer and psychic gold medalist Master Sai Krishna has more than 48 years of experience. He attends to the past, present and future. Do you have any problems related to family, work, health, divorce, love, jealousy and depression? He is an expert in removing black magic, evil spirits, witchcraft, obia, negative energy and bad luck. Gain results in 3 days. Lifetime protection for all your problems. Call Master Sai Krishna for life-changing results at 346-8991. Private and confidential.
Welcome back to Conversations with ZELISA. I'm in conversation with life coach Robert Kisui, and today we're really talking about mental health and your well-being and how do we cope, how do we deal, how do we learn to move forward, how do we control our thoughts, how do we control the things that we say, you know. Welcome back, Robert.
Yeah, I know. I want to come back a little bit to your...
Well,
no, I know. And I like this that I could attack you a little bit on here, you know.
always attacking the boy.
No, it's not that, ZELISA. One of the things that people don't understand, and this is important for our audience who are listening, because we are bombarded either with the children, the housework,
Yeah.
or even housework, children, and job, right?
Yeah.
You imagine what parents has go through. I could only now appreciate some of the things that my children, mother would have said, because at that time I would not have understood some of those things. But now that I study all these things and I work with people,
Yeah.
I'm able to see different now, right?
We see things in a different
Right.
light. Let me read this,
Yeah.
and it says, "Good day. Keeping the promises of God, you stay peaceful because you know it's His will to receive His peace. Make decisions on being peaceful." Yeah, you're correct. And I think I've noticed that. I want to agree a little bit with this person,
that's right.
because I've noticed people who are very grounded in their faith and they're very faithful to their faith, whatever they faith. You see that peace in them.
Right.
They handle. You're very correct. I want to agree with this person.
Yes.
I've also seen people who go to church or go to temple or whatever, and they're really bad.
Yeah.
That you say, wait now, this is the same person going to church every
Yeah.
day, and this is the same person going to temple, and this is how you're behaving, and this is how
Right.
you're carrying on, and how you're dressing. And not that I'm judging, but obviously if you act this way and you behave, you know,
Right.
you question people's behavior.
So-
But I want to agree, because I've also seen people quite grounded in their
yes.
faith across the board, and they're the most peaceful, loving people I would have met.
So I will say people like that, the second set you said, they need to be in the church and the temple. Right?
They
Because-
need to learn the lessons.
Right. Because if that place don't take them, who will?
Yeah, agreed.
Right? So it's an opportunity for them to go there, work out their roughness, their
Yeah.
ego,
Get a
to
little
become more
polish up.
yeah.
A little humble.
Right. But it takes a while sometimes. But you know, it's just having more compassion for them that they're in a bad place and they need more help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they can't do it alone outside. Imagine if they run outside alone, they'll run amok. They'll run havoc in the place, you know.
Yeah.
So by giving them something to hold on to, into they do get it right, it's a nice place to nurture them, right? So the real reward comes when these people get transformed. It's the same thing with my program. I can't hold the position that people are bad. I wouldn't help them. No matter what they do, see, when they come, I look at them with love, and they could say what, and I'll tell them something nice.
You know, I can't agree with you there.
I know you can't.
I
And
honestly cannot
you-
sit here and agree with you that everybody good, because I've met real bad
No,
people.
I know.
People who, and I will say it again, and they know who they are. They're
they-
trained and certified to be thieves.
Right. Yes,
Right.
and I agree.
So they're bad.
Right. But
And then
Right.
And then I cannot also sit here and say that if I know somebody just killed somebody,
Right.
or somebody just take somebody's life, or somebody just rob, you know, I can't sit here and say,
Right.
be nice to you. I
right.
ain't
So
gonna
I'm saying, so I should qualify that so you'll get comfortable now. I'm not saying that they are not what they are. Okay? But I hold the position that in everyone there's good. Just like you have the bad that they anchor to, and they learn more and more of the bad things, and they become bad, and they live bad lives, and it gets represented in all of their actions or behaviors, which is true. I'm not denying that. But I said, if you come to me and I hold a position that they are that, I can't help them. If I hold the position that people are good, right, it helps me to help them, because then the judgment drops away. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh gosh, I don't mean to stray, but I just recognize somebody that I love.
Uh-huh.
Georgie, my dear friend, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. He was one of my directors and one of the best. He's as good as they come.
Right.
It's nice that he's paid us a little visit today.
Yes. So I'm coming back to that place where I was saying that if you relax and you do stuff, right? Like even the work, you stop, you take breaks, regular breaks, just to find back yourself, take a deep breath, center yourself, refocus, you'll be much more productive and you'll get more work done.
Okay.
Right?
Agreed.
And,
I agree.
And
I understand.
Right. And a lot of times...
Because you're not too flustered, you have a little calm.
Right.
It's like a little calm before the storm. Or a
Right.
little storm before the calm. Okay,
Right.
understood.
So even if you want to get solutions, creative solutions, what I go sit rituals or Starbucks alone, and I'll sit there and buy a tea or coffee or something, and I'll just look around, look at the plants, look at people, and just like that, thoughts will flow, new ideas will flow, and your way to do something will come. Because what you do, you stop tapping into your limited space. And when I say limited, your mind could only go by what it knows already.
Right.
So if you're thinking, you could only tap into what you already know. If what you already know is this, and you're looking for something very outside the box, you have to do something different. And that's why when you go sit with somebody and you have a coffee sometimes, ideas come up. And then you say, oh my God, I was looking for that.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like sometimes when we hear, and sometimes we just having this conversation on air. How many times do you just get an aha moment? Or something will come up.
Yeah.
Or sometimes in between the show, when we go on break, until we start talking, and suddenly something...
Yeah, that's very true.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying, Z. We need more people to do things like this. Okay? We need more people to pause. Because your mental health and well-being is everything. Without it, you are nobody.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? I tell you something.
It steals your joy.
Yes.
It steals your peace and your happiness.
And if people don't love you, if people don't honor you or value you, right? What will happen when you're not well, Gil? When your mind is broken, everything else goes, And that's what people don't understand. So it's the same thing with you. All of this, right? I have had people who are multi-millionaire. I had a guy come in class and he told the whole class how much he had. He said, I have so much. The only thing I can't do is I don't know what it is to be happy. Because all our money, all our building, all the trips, everything is just like...
meaningless.
Yeah. He said, I'm just numb.
Recently I was in conversation with a family of mine, very close family member, and that particular person said, I don't like to travel. And there are a lot of people who don't like to travel for many reasons. I love to travel. One of the things that I love doing is traveling. I haven't done it extensively, and I should, because I'm at my best whenever I travel. But the point I'm making, going back to this person, I said, I could actually hear the void and the loneliness in this person. Because when you have somebody to share experiences with you, it takes you to a different dimension than doing it alone.
Exactly. And it don't have to be somebody in a relationship, ZELISA.
I think, what is sad? From the moment somebody see you with somebody.
And that's why.
That is your boyfriend. And sometimes it's just a good friend that you could communicate with.
Exactly.
Like you say, somebody will listen and understand, but it doesn't mean that you're having an intimate relationship with them. And why we like that and like bacchanal and
right. So when you learn to be like me, you will override all that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not bothered who says what about me.
Because I go everywhere and I go with people.
I don't do
and at one time I did a little survey in Grand Bazaar because every day I'll be there with a different lady, right? Yeah, and it's not that they'll see me there sometime, I come, and then the next day, or sometime a day, and the lady go, and next one come. But I am actually doing sessions in Grand Bazaar, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes,
right,
because sometimes that's what people need.
So if we come Grand Bazaar and we see you with a nice lady, is a session you're doing?
Yeah, most of the time, right?
Got to wrap things up. Robin, could you kindly share your number, just in case anybody needs any help?
Yes, Robin Kisoon, 720-7090, 720-7090. Feel free to call me, and you know, we will chat, and I am sure there's always a solution for everything that you are going through.
Sure, right. And great things are coming. You're going to see lots more, Robin.
Yes.
That's for another day to talk about.
Yeah,
Good luck, my dear friend.
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you for just being the person that you are. You're really a wonderful person. When I say you transform lives, it's because I say it on the basis you've helped me to transform my life. And I know that you've done that repeatedly to so many people.
Yes.
May God bless you.
Thank you.
Take care. We'll see you soon. This is where we've got to wrap things up. I want to thank you kindly for choosing us, reminding you we do have a repeat today at 3 o'clock. Tell your friends, tell your family members. We're on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Like it and share it because it's great information. Keep smiling, be positive, and know the best is yet to come. And you know you are in control. Simply by the choices you make today will determine what your tomorrows will be. Alright? Here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. I am ZELISA Thank you so much for choosing us.